All right. So for a lot of you all that don't know, I'm Anthony Temple, and this is Real Ways. This is a channel where we talk about real ways to diversify your income. So I want to share something with you guys today, and it's a book that's called The Third Wave, and this book is by Steve Case, and it kind of gives you an insight into the future and the present too as well on how the internet was structured, how it was built, and man, it really changes your mindset on the digital world, the online world. But before we jump into it all the way, make sure that you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you guys keep a lookout for the digital street course. There's a lot of good information in there on real ways how to really scale the e-commerce world. So let's get into it, man. Yeah, this book, man, it's a great read too as well. If you haven't got it, make sure that you guys go get it. It's called The Third Wave. And so basically with this book, just to kind of give you an overview, it talks about the first wave in 1985 through 1999, and it basically just talks about the development of the internet, the structure of the internet, what works, what doesn't work, and the second wave, it talks about between 2000 and 2015. It talks about the boom of like the e-commerce world, and so the third wave, man, that's where it really gets good, and that's right now from 2016 to the present. So right now, what you're seeing right now is you're basically seeing what I can compare to the gold rush. You know what I mean? So just consider this like the modern day digital gold rush right now. And you see a lot of people, so many people starting e-commerce brands, so the internet right now is getting flooded. It's getting flooded with content. It's getting flooded with traffic. You see so many platforms emerging right now, right? You have people that's building their own social media apps. People are learning how to do app development. I went to school for computer electronic engineering, so I kind of had a open eye to this thing, right? Where people may typically not really understand where technology is going, where the digital world is going. Early on, I had a lot of success with Amazon before. They really changed a lot of things. I'm talking about where it was so easy, where you can go to a garage sale and make $100,000 with used products. That was the time that I jumped in on Amazon FBA when a lot of people didn't know what FBA was. I was doing using virtual assistants where people didn't know what virtual assistants were. And at our highest peak, we probably had over 90 workers in the Philippines working on multiple platforms on Amazon, doing drop shipping. We did it all. We did it from sending products to when you can make money just going to the dollar store, to the 99-cent store, buying products. And then we retail arbitrage, drop shipping was super easy then. It was you didn't really have all of the trademark infringement claims on Amazon where they were just coming at you left and right. So it was a different world, right? But then you have Shopify emerging where people are able to set up their own store. They're able to brand themselves right now. And so it's a lot of platforms out there. You have Facebook Marketplace. Matter of fact, the digital street course, a lot of people right now, Facebook is wide open. Facebook Marketplace is wide open. So the Digital Streets Value One, it talks about building a successful Facebook business, and Facebook is only taking 5%. A lot of people don't know that they're only taking 5% of what your sales are. So man, it's so many different avenues, so many real ways out there right now for you guys to diversify. Um, so, man, right now you see, social media, all these platforms, they're going crazy, man. TikTok, Instagram, and then what they're starting to do is they're starting to open up these platforms for people to sell on them, right? But what do you do? What happens when so many people are engaged in the digital world right now, right? The online world where all these platforms are emerging. What do you do with all of their data? Like, where is it going? A lot of people talk about this, the cloud. What is the cloud? So one of the things that I want to share with you guys is Amazon's partnership, AWS. A lot of people do not know that Amazon AWS is responsible for more than 50% of the internet that exists right now. If there was no AWS, what would Netflix be? What would YouTube be? Where would they store all of that content at? Where would they store it at? So how I ended up in the space of cloud computing. Cloud computing. Make sure that you guys do your due diligence, man. You don't want to miss out, because a lot of times, you see these opportunities and then it becomes too late for you and begins to become saturated. And when I say too late, it's never too late. But what I'm saying, that window of opportunity for you to make money, a lot easier. You can always make the money, but sometimes you have certain windows where it's a lot easier if you get in at the right time. So you guys want to make sure you do your due diligence on this thing, man. Cloud computing, AWS partnership. So what that is you guys can you can sign up with AWS to have a partnership with them, and you can become certified. You don't have to go to school and have a 4-year degree. You can get certified in cloud computing. And then when you have this partnership with Amazon, Amazon actually gives you the leads. They bring the customers to you. So you're able to scale this thing from that way. Another way where you can scale it is you can put your services on Fiverr, right? Of helping people to navigate through Amazon's web services, helping them to transfer all of their data from their store from their servers to Amazon servers, because what you're going to need is storage. Just like how you see Apple all the time, biggest problem is storage. It's the cloud. So and a lot of companies, they're faced with this, whether there is a school or it's a hospital or it's a dentist office or whatever. All of those files, those records that they have on the computer, they have to store them somewhere. And a lot of times they don't have the space to put in these hospitals for these big server racks to house all of their data. Now it's a lot more compact, but still those servers, they get expensive. So I fell into the space where I was setting up a streaming platform for my media company with my business partners, New TV, and we kept running into the problem of storage, and we didn't want to depend on anyone like AWS or all the other companies that's out there. We wanted to build our own servers and be able to house all of our own content. But, like most companies, they still use AWS as a backup. So we end up doing this partnership. With Amazon AWS, and but I saw an opportunity there to make a ton of money. And you can scale with Amazon having this partnership because you're able to build a tech company, right? Remember that, tech company. So you're able to build a tech company, and you're able to scale it with Amazon, one of the largest cloud computing companies that it is right now. And the cloud computing space is a hyper growth market right now. So and it's underserved. So meaning that no matter how many server farms Amazon build out right now, they're not able to keep up with the supply and demand, and other companies too as well. They're not able to keep up with the supply and demand. So it's so much opportunity for you right now. And it's one of the things that we're in the process of doing right now is building our own server farms. Another thing that you can do, if you have servers, right, and you have a lot of space on them, and you're not utilizing all of that storage, you can rent out your servers too, right from your office, right from home, or from your business. So look into this cloud computing thing, guys. It's really a lot of opportunity right there. This is the first time I really spoke about it, but I really want to, this channel to really, I want to be transparent with you guys. I really want this channel to, help someone, for us to grow together, to diversify together. And that's one of the things right now that I'm dedicated to doing. And I'm going to post, some of the certifications up. So I'm going to try to, I'll probably post them in the video right here where you guys can see them pop up. But man, make sure you guys go buy this book, man. This is a life changing book. It really, changes your outlook and your thinking on the internet. And especially if you can, foresee the future, in a way where you can kind of anticipate what's going on. Because right now, a lot of people is looking that e-commerce is booming, but you have to look outside of that. Look outside of that. Where's the other opportunity at? And so that's why I really enjoyed this book, where it talks about the third. It talks about the third wave. It talks about entrepreneurs able to enter into this you know this worldwide sector, right? That typically we wouldn't be able to enter into. But if you keep an eye out on it, right now, you guys, it's so much opportunity for you for growth, with this AWS. And not only just AWS, one AWS, I like Amazon when it comes to, how they scale. They make it fairly easy for you as a partner, whether it's Amazon, AWS, or if it's, FBA. So I see them kind of using that same kind of method to scale their cloud computing space, and how Amazon grew so fast, right? Being one of the largest cloud computing companies that it is where when a lot of retailers and online merchants, they were looking to scale their online business, Amazon, they were thinking, okay, well, we need to do that. And the way that we need to do that is we have to, be in control of our storage so that we can scale, so this thing can be scalable, right? But while everybody else was just focusing on sales, Amazon was focusing on, how to grow in the cloud computing space, and they're one of the biggest right now to do it, man. So it's so much more than just Amazon Prime and the streaming and their online sales. It's so much more than what that goes into the back of Amazon that you guys would it just blow your minds. So look into the partnership with Amazon, and I can't stress that enough right now, because these are life changing opportunities that you guys right now that you can really apply and get started right now. You can get started today. A lot of these certifications, they're free. You don't have to go to school for 4 years. I believe that right now, if you guys want to develop wealth, right now is the time. You can almost do it. There's no such thing as instant success, but you guys can do it fairly quick. You can do it fairly quick, especially when it's opportunities like this, like FBA. That opportunity was insane when early on, and AWS is another one of those things right now where they want to continue to scale. Amazon, they want to dominate everything. So they're going to make it fairly easy for you guys to scale with them, as they grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So take that window of opportunity, but you don't know how long it's going to be that way. The same way with FBA, it was that way for a while. The rules wasn't so intense, on jumping on the platform. Everything wasn't so uptight, and you guys were able to scale and just make a ton of money. And I was able to jump on that train at that time. And so AWS is another one of those things right now that you guys really want to, you want to be paying attention to. Like, don't ignore it. It's one of those things where you're going to look up and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this person made this much money with AWS. And then by that time, it may be saturated. I don't know how many years that's going to happen, but I think that we have at least a 7-year window to really scale this thing, to develop a lot of wealth. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, man. Let's continue to bring more real ways. Let's do it. Like and subscribe. Join the Real Ways family so that we can continue to bring ways to diversify and build wealth. Let's do it together. This year is going. We're going to finish this year out with a bang. We're going to do some amazing things. The channel, like I said, we're going to take it up a notch. I know that I wasn't really posting as much, but I said, man, let me really dedicate this, this year to grow on this channel and really, just really work with the people. I enjoy working with the people, man. I enjoy, giving my insight on things and people giving me their insight too as well, because it makes me strong. It makes them stronger. We're stronger together as a community, man. Let's do it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Look for more videos coming. We got so much more content and more ways like this. Make sure you guys check out this book, man. You do not want this to be one of those books that you put on your list that you never read. This book will change your mindset. This is a life-changing book. I don't recommend a lot of books, but this is one of those books where I really understand this book. I really, just looking back on my life, and reading this book, it shows you some missed opportunities there too as well, but it allows you to keep an eye out so that you don't have those missed opportunities, man. So make sure you guys go check this out, man. Like, subscribe to the channel, and man, let's make this year a prosperous year. We're gonna finish it with a bang. Later.